Jay, could you explain to me what a Citizens Assembly is exactly?
Well, it's about getting at random 40 citizens, usually about 40, something that fits within the traditional idea of a jury, and asking them to deliberate on a question of public policy. And they're in charge. They get to call on the experts and work out what they want to hear, and together they work through the problem and arrive at a solution. It's as simple as that. It's a deliberation, much like you'd see in a jury room in a trial. We're seeing a lack of trust in politics and politicians. Why are we seeing a lack of trust? Well, we're seeing a breakdown in the ability for governments to solve the big problems that are confronting our citizens. And the reason they're having trouble doing that is because the public debate has become so polarised. So people get in their corners and there's a whole lot of wishful thinking, but not a lot of serious discussions of compromise and trying to actually get to the solution. So the great thing about a jury is that it means that people have to actually discuss and debate contending propositions and really arrive at a position. And that's what's missing in the public debate. So what it does is it models in a microcosm what should be happening in the broader democracy. And so in that way it can help to unstick things that have become stuck. And that's one of its principal benefits. I mean, I think this sits at the heart of the problem, is the lack of respect each part of the democracy has for each other. So the caricature of citizens is they're ill-informed, the caricature of experts is that they're in their ivory towers, the caricature of politicians is that they're power-hungry, the caricature of the media is they're sensationalist, the caricature of public servants is that they are lazy. Now the truth is that each element of the system has a role to play in creating public policy. And what you need is, instead of these negative stereotypes each of the other, what we need is respect each of the other. The greatest resource we have is the common sense judgment of ordinary everyday citizens. And that is at the heart of a democracy. And experts need to understand that they're servants of the citizens, not the other way around. And the media needs to realise that they have a crucial role in facilitating public dialogue and debate. So, I mean, these things are not just about information in, expert opinion in, result out. It's a complex dialogue of people applying their value judgments to information they receive and reaching a settled opinion about things. That's the promise, if you like, of a true democracy. And that's where citizens juries can help us. When you give people the respect and the responsibility of making these judgments on behalf of their fellow citizens, they do rise to the challenge. And that, in a sense, what citizens juries also do is model the sort of behaviour we want in citizens generally. If you do in a public opinion poll, you say, how many people want lower taxes? You get 80%. If you get another opinion poll, the same group of people saying, how many people want better public service? 80%. That's wishful thinking. That's not considered judgment. If you're thinking as a self-interested individual, you say, I want to pay lower taxes and have better public services. If you're thinking as a citizen, you'll say, well, obviously those two things don't add up. I need to think about what level of efficiency should we be driving, what level of additional taxation should we bear, the quality of public services I want for myself and my family, and come up with some compromise, in a sense, between what can be competing considerations. So I think this idea of citizenship is modelled by citizens juries as opposed to the self-interested individual. I think we're entitled to ask something of the community. You don't just get to come and say, I want. You actually also have to come to the table by saying, well, what are you prepared to give? Because ultimately this is a collective effort. I mean, we're collectively trying to solve our problems.